Hey guys, my name is Harrison and welcome back to another video. Today I am here and Star Wars is finally out! Nice! Yeah, I actually went to the midnight release of Star Wars. It was so good. It was so good. I actually recorded some footage beforehand of me going in. I actually dressed up as Kylo Ren, so yeah, let's take a look. Such a fun night. I love the atmosphere. It was just so good. Definitely, if you haven't watched Star Wars, definitely go watch it. Obviously, it's finally out worldwide, everywhere. Currently, I'm recording this on a Friday, 18th of December. Obviously, the UK got it a day early, so I actually watched it on the Wednesday night or the Thursday in the morning, so at midnight. Very good. It was just so good. Like, it had everything to do with Star Wars, all the elements of the originals into one, like obviously the old characters, just, you know, old, like the ships, like the X-Wing, the TIE Fighter, the Falcon, and just really, really, really good. So now I'm going to be doing a review of the actual movie, although I have only seen it once, so sorry if I do get some things wrong, or I've missed out something. I mean, yeah, I've only seen it once, but I'm actually watching it tonight as well, so that should be good. Attention! There is spoilers, so I'm sorry. Just click off the video right now, so it doesn't get spoiled for you. Just go watch it. Just go watch it. Okay, good. Okay, so I'm gonna spoil it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, it's your fault if you're still here. Okay, please go. Okay, you better go. Right, if you're still here, that means you've watched it. Hello. Han Solo dies. See, if you haven't watched it, I've given you enough chance. Yeah, so Han Solo dies. Wow, let's just talk about that for a minute. That's a big thing. That's a big deal. My heart just... When it happened, literally my heart just sunk. It really did. That was just so emotional. I mean, you could see it coming. Definitely. I mean, you just couldn't you? Let's be honest. It's a brand new trilogy. There is going to be some kind of tragedy in the first film, and it was either, let's be honest, it's either going to be Chewbacca or Han Solo. I mean, that's what a lot of theorists said. I mean, that's what I said. That's what a lot of people said, and obviously we were kind of right. It was Han Solo, unfortunately. But Harrison Ford has always wanted the character to die. Obviously, you know, with Empire Strikes Back, they put him in carbonite because obviously they didn't know that, you know, he was going to do Return of the Jedi. And then even in Return of the Jedi, he said that he wanted to kill him off. They didn't. So I guess, you know, it's about time they killed him off. But it was really sad because, you know, everyone loves Han Solo. So the first character I want to talk about is the big man himself. Right there, Kylo Ren. Wow. I knew he was going to be a good character just because he looked the part, but seriously, he's just such a cool villain. Like, he's really cool. There's a couple of things why. He definitely beats the prequel villains straight out. So like obviously Darth Maul and, you know, Count Dooku. The reason why is because they actually have character development, which is really good. There's a character, there's a backstory. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's he looks the part, he sounds the part, and there's a backstory, there's character development. For example, obviously he's Han Solo's and Princess Leia's son. His name is Ben, which obviously I'm guessing relates back to Ben Kenobi. I'm guessing, you know, they've named him after Obi-Wan. So yeah, it's just that nice thing that, you know, he kind of relates back to the original characters. And you can definitely see that, obviously, in the scene when Finn and Rey escape from Jakku. You can see that he was so angry, because when he got told the news, he was so angry to the point he got his lightsaber out and he just started slashing stuff, destroying his own ship and getting so mad. I mean, he did that then, and he also did it another time when Rey escaped. Like, he is angry, really, he's got anger issues, and that is really kind of scary in a sense. So definitely, obviously, you know, Darth Vader was really scary. I think he's definitely up there with Darth Vader, just because he's got anger issues, he looks the part, he sounds the part. I mean, even when he takes off his mask, like, he's got the long hair, he's got a really deep voice, like, he's just kind of that immature. I mean, he reminds me of Luke and kind of Anakin in some respect, that he's kind of that immature child person, like child kind of, I don't know, when he's speaking to Han, you know, the way he's talking, and just, he still doesn't really know himself, and just a really cool character, and just, I can't wait to see him develop. And obviously he's kind of weak in the Force, obviously going back to the kind of the final fight scene with him and Rey defeats him. Like, Rey was almost going to kill him until, you know, the land split apart, 'cause obviously, you know, the Starkiller base, I think it's Starkiller base, was obviously getting destroyed. So that's when you know he's actually kind of a weak character, and it's going to be interesting to see the next Star Wars Episode 8, to see their next duel, to see if he's got any stronger, and he's obviously going to be really angry, and it's going to be really interesting to see his character development. So Kylo Ren, wow, what a guy. So the next one is Rey. I really like Rey. Obviously she's a scavenger, which like, it reminds me a lot of Luke. You know, she's kind of that outcast, she's that nobody. And I believe that she is a Skywalker. I believe that she's Luke's daughter. Obviously you can tell because, you know, she says she's waiting for somebody, she has the Force, and it would kind of link nicely, just the sheer fact that Kylo Ren is obviously, you know, Han Solo and Princess Leia's son. It would be nice if Rey was Luke's daughter, and just that kind of family kind of feud again. It would be cool. So yeah, Rey is an awesome character. It's kind of interesting because in all the trailers, Finn has the lightsaber, so everyone just assumed that this random stormtrooper had the Force. Completely wrong. So I thought that was really cool when, you know, you first saw her pick up the lightsaber in that castle thing. I can't remember what it's called. Pick up the lightsaber and having those flashbacks and feeling the Force. I think that was really cool. It's just like, wow, yeah, she has the Force and Finn doesn't, but that was cool. So yeah, Rey is an awesome character. I can't wait for her development in Episode 8. I just can't wait for all the characters' development in Episode 8, because I feel like in The Force Awakens, everyone had kind of equal screenplay. Like, all kind of like the top characters had equal screenplay. So, you know, you saw a bit of that character, a bit of that character. So it's a really nice foundation for the next two Star Wars movies, which is going to be so good. Final character I want to touch on is Finn. So obviously he's a stormtrooper. He's quite of a simple character, and I'm not meaning that in a negative way. I'm meaning that as like a minded way. So, for example, he's a stormtrooper. He's been a stormtrooper obviously his whole life. I actually heard, I can't remember his name. I think it's General Hux, the one there. I'm not sure. Him talking about how something to do with like the clones and how they were stormtroopers, and now the First Order use a new method of training people when they're at a really young age, when they're babies. So obviously that's happened to Finn, so he doesn't know any different. He just knows that it's the right thing to do, and that's what he says to Poe Dameron. It'd be nice to see him kind of, his character develop, and obviously interacting with other characters, and just see what he does, because he's kind of a child in a sense, that he doesn't know anything, he doesn't know it any better. So it would be interesting to see if there's any conflict between other characters, and see what his opinions are and everything. But really cool character. So the final character I want to talk about very briefly is the Emperor-like character we get to see when they go in that huge room and he's on the throne. I believe, I'm asking you guys now, is this Darth Plagueis? the guy, if you don't know who this guy is, he was the one who trained Darth Sidious, the Emperor. You do hear him briefly talk about it in episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, when he talks about how he killed his own mentor, because basically he overpowered him. And Darth Sidious is talking about how you could save people from death, you could cheat death, but then he said it was kind of ironic because he couldn't do it himself. Well, if that's the case, then technically he did save himself, and therefore he's Darth Plagueis, and he was the one who trained Darth Sidious, so therefore he's more powerful. And obviously you can, if you saw it in his head, he's got like a huge kind of scar, kind of cut, and that might have been Darth Sidious' lightsaber. I'm not sure. This is just me guessing. I'm not sure. It kind of makes sense. I don't know. I don't really read the comics, but apparently it kind of looks like him as well because he's quite tall. I'm not sure, but I believe that's Darth Plagueis. I don't know. That's my theory. I think it is. I'm not sure. Comment below what you think. Okay, so the last things I want to touch on is my favourite scenes. So briefly, the BB-8 scene where where Finn and BB-8 kind of have a talk. It's just kind of a really funny. It's very comedic. Like, I love it how this episode is really funny. Like, it just is. It's not forced in any way. Like, just the little thing where BB-8 sticks his thumb up, it's not even fun, it's like a little blowtorch. Like, that is just, it was just really, I don't know, maybe I'm just a huge nerd, it was just really funny. So yeah, definitely that was my favourite scene, as well as the lightsaber battle between Kylo Ren and Rey. It didn't feel very staged at all. It didn't feel like there was a lot of choreography. Obviously there was, but it didn't look like it. It flowed really nice, there was a lot of emotion. And I loved how, when he was battling Finn, he used his side blades, as you can see there, to like hit Finn's like chest. I thought that was really cool to actually get them in action, get them in use. So that was really cool. And then the final one was definitely the final scene of Rey and Luke meeting for the first time, and obviously the music, and like where Luke has his long cloak and turns around and just looks at Rey, and they're both looking at each other, and you can just see Rey's emotion in her eyes, and it's almost kind of, she's like, almost like tearing up and like handing like him the lightsaber, and it's almost like two, I mean, this is like the definition, 2 generations kind of meeting for the first time, and you can just tell that's going to set off for the next 2 films. That scene, definitely my favourite scene out of everything, just because there's no dialogue, no speech, no talking, and like, it's almost like that picture which says 1,000 words. Definitely, 100%. I love that scene so much. It was just really good. Her hand in the lightsaber, tears in her eyes almost, you can see Luke, and like, just the connection, absolutely amazing. So yeah, definitely my favourite scene. So yeah, that concludes the review. Hopefully you did enjoy. Sorry it was a long video, I just needed to get everything, all my thoughts out there. I'm actually going to see Star Wars again tonight. Oh, it's just so good. But it's just really good. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. I'd love to get to know what you thought of it. Thank you very much for watching this video. Hopefully you did enjoy. Make sure to give it a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you're new around here. And I will see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.